All right, welcome as we begin our campaign to the Blue Rose here as our heroes from another world are trying to figure out exactly what they have to do to get back and realizing that messing with entities that they do not understand about has consequences deep and dark indeed. For things here aren't the type that you just kick in and cut up and they go away. No, indeed, because they are deep and they have been here far longer than any who have ever walked or thought of this place. Even before things roamed and cells divided, some of these things were here. And thus, in these hills, one must be careful and realize that you gotta be a good neighbor. Trying to rectify some of their earlier arrogance, the Blue Rose has begun to take some moonshine and deliver it, of course, in a town in which they've broken out of jail, assaulted, and generally been public nuisances. Hopefully, that the recompense of their actions does not see nor find them. And it is with that that we will begin today. So, you had come from the Moonshiners. Found that place in the wood, dark and thick back. Finding your way the best you can. Thankfully, still with some of your abilities and powers that make what would normally be quite a deadly trek through these branches and heather hells that threaten these places, that threaten those who stray without knowing where they are, should go, at least back to a tree line. With that said and done, now at least where there's a bit more of sight, even though it is darker than most ever realize. What would you all like to do?
Are we... Did you say that we were outside of town? Or we're still making our way?
Well, you just come out of the tree line of the where you had met the moonshiner. And we can get to this edge of town. Just wanted to give you all the space.
So now that we have the moonshine, how are we going to get into town?
Is it dark out?
This night.
Well, we'll be driving in at nighttime. Speaking of which, can you guys drive at night?
We can barely drive during the day.
Oh, great.
Can you keep driving, Kelly? Through the night?
Yeah, I can easily drive.
So do we just drive into town and hope nobody sees us?
It is going to be dark. I mean, if they do see us, they'll probably just assume we're Merlin, Marlowe, Melvin. Is it Melvin?
Yeah, Melvin Blevins.
Yeah, Melvin.
So maybe 4 of us get in the back with the moonshine and duck down.
Is there like a tarp back there?
Yeah, I think we used blankets to cover ourselves on the way up.
Yeah.
We can try to like line up the barrels in a way You guys can hide, or everyone can hide between them. And cover it with the blankets. Pretend like we're carrying more than we are.
I don't like the idea of Kelly being in the front alone, just in case anything happens. I mean, Peridot, you're small. Maybe you should crouch down in the front.
Okay. I will say this. Anybody out there who is gonna question us has to talk to her. As I look very much like a doll.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Are we
All right.
planning?
Go ahead.
Are we planning just to drop off the stuff, or are we going to try and talk to Bill?
Is there something we need to talk to Bill about?
Establish we did it and it didn't just show up after we said we weren't going to do it.
Well, why don't we just drive up? He can see us. And we'll just drop everything off. I'll keep the car running. And then we'll get out.
In case we have to make a quick getaway.
I don't think this car goes very fast.
Oh.
We're also going to have to explain to him why we don't have the whole shipment.
Yeah.
Samantha, you never told him you were going to do it, so.
Okay, so let's do it. We'll drive up to him. If he's there, we can talk to him. If he's not, we'll leave him a note. One of you can write him a note.
Do we think? I've just had an idea from the beyond. Do we think he's on his way here now?
I was wondering that same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We could just wait for him outside of town or whoever he sends.
So why don't we just stick to the main road? We'll intercept whoever's coming out.
And you guys saw the wagon, right? So you'll be able to recognize it?
Oh yeah, we saw it.
All right. Great. I think that actually sounds a lot safer. That way none of us have to drive through town.
And he doesn't have to think half his shipment was stolen for half the day.
Well, let's keep moving just in case he doesn't come.
All right. So which direction are you headed?
Toward town.
Which direction are you headed? Because you came from one direction. Just what's route towards town are you taking?
Let's pull up the map.
Yes. This thing puts in handouts.
You mean we gotta use it? Ugh. We are.
We're in the middle of 5, like
Yeah.
kind of toward the north of it. So that's a good question. Like, would he come the way we came, or would you see that like dirt road how it goes all the way where we're at? Would he be coming that way outside of town?
I mean,
Well,
I think the main road looks longer than necessary, and also, if he's transporting illegal goods, he might want to be sticking to the back roads.
That's
But
what I'm
if-
thinking. Definitely if he has horses.
I mean, if he's on a wagon, I don't know if he's going to want to go through over hard terrain.
Yeah, but it's moonshine. If he gets caught by somebody that doesn't actually know,
But still, on the other hand, it could easily break on those roads on a wagon.
We could just wait for them at the cross roads between them.
And the only problem there is we don't actually know if he's coming. I guess we could split up.
I mean, if it gets dark, then we can head towards town and then do the other plan.
It is
It already
already.
is dark.
Oh.
No. That's why we don't have a lot of time. So, we have some options. Number one, we go there. If we don't see him, we can split up. Or we roll the dice. It might help if we saw wagon tracks too.
Having been in and out of the pickup point, Matt, do we get the feeling that the way we entered the woods was the smartest way? Or would there be a more efficient or safer way somewhere else?
I mean, there's no path that is made to be kind of rough. So I don't think you'd necessarily be able to see other pathways.
Okay.
But I would actually, I'll give you a perception challenge.
Okay. Hold on. I think I have stuff for that. Okay. I am going to apply 1 level of effort, and because I am doing so, I'm attempting a perception task in an area that I've only rarely visited before. I can apply an additional free level of effort.
Ooh,
So, 1 effort or 2 efforts for the price of 1.
nice. So 2 total effort going on.
16.
Okay. All right. I would say, Nayland, you were paying the most attention on the way out, making sure, figuring out, and you could see where there were just slight marks made on the underside of branches that would give a slightly different route than the ones you had to take to get where your truck was. One that would have come much more from the north, where you all entered distinctly from the south.
Okay. I actually think I saw, now that I'm thinking about it, marks of a trail. Maybe that's how Bill usually navigates. I mean, maybe we should just wait at the mouth of the woods, where I think that trail comes out. And that way it doesn't really matter which road out of town he took. They'll be coming to the same place. But Kelly's right, that's only if he's even coming. We're not 100% sure.
Should we wait for only like a little while then?
We don't know what time it is, but I'd assume it's not very late. The question is, how late would he be traveling? So we can wait a little bit.
Well, I mean, he'd have to be sometime around now, because the guy that we got the moonshine was around now, so obviously their time of meeting had to be around sometime around this point.
Yeah.
So I think Nealon's idea is probably the best. We just sit and wait for a little bit.
Okay, but not here, because I don't think he'd be coming in this way.
Lead the way. I'll tell Kelly where it is so she can drive there, I guess.
Okay.
All right. So you're trying to go where you think that path may have led?
Where it would have started, I guess.
Okay. Right. So trying to direct Kelly driving here in the dark over what is politely called a path that is wide, that things may have used. Mostly horses have traveled, so it is quite bumpy in the truck. You are tossed to and fro. You realize that you have to cross down into a small homestead. Some farms and whatnot, down deep on the road level, and then probably try to find a way up. The way down is going to be uncomfortable and a bit worrisome with the steep angle. You have to be very careful. But judging from what you've been able to see, the way up was never made for something with wheels to get up there. And so you might have to go in and through the sunset quite a bit to get over and try to get back on up.
Ugh. Okay, do we pivot? What do you guys think?
I don't want to get stuck. Especially because we gotta return this car, don't we?
Well, we could always leave the truck here and just carry the stuff the rest of the way. That way nothing happens to the truck. Even though I have really lots of faith in you, Kelly.
I mean, we have no idea if anything's going to happen to the truck if we leave it here. It usually does not end well. Especially because no keys.
Is it a better idea to just sneak it back into the bar tonight while it's dark and just hope that Bill makes it back and finds it?
Well, we have no way of contacting him before then. The other problem is he might not be the one doing the job.
Yeah. Okay, I think,
Plan, drive to town.
yeah, I would think the same thing.
So we gotta turn around.
I mean, yeah, the only other option is splitting up, and I don't know about that at all. So, if we want to go back, we can go slow. Maybe stop every now and then. See if we find any trace, like wagon marks.
Well, he'd have to go past us to get to the pickup point anyway, right?
Well, depending on which way he took.
And also, he might have already passed.
In which case, there's nothing we can do to really stop him at this point. Because we certainly can't take the car in there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so A slow drive back to town. We'll try and be quiet. Peridot, switch with me. Sit in the front with Kelly.
Okay.
All right. So you start going back south then. Sounds like.
Is it south or east?
You headed back, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm just making fun of the confusing map.
So you take the way back south. Now a few more miles in the car, the truck. Of course, it's the bumper road again. And for this much night driving and the various thing, let's see here. I'll say from the passengers, you can give me a might challenge, and I'll need an intellect challenge from Kelly for the driving here.
Oh boy.
Or speed, technically.
I don't think that's any better. It's just really low on everything right now. All right. What's this? Balance? Careful movement.
I'll give you careful movement.
Okay.
Fire!
And I think I can afford to spend 1 point. So that's what I'll do.
Right?
Nayland rolled a 5 with 1 level of effort.
Okay.
A 10.
$15.
Nice.
Where's your friend? You're troublemaker. Hey, troublemaker, where's your friend?
Aiden, Josh.
Next to Nayland, rolled a 1.
So I don't know. My mic wasn't working. I got 19.
Okay. Okay. Good. With a 19, I think you're able to keep truck mostly like with the way you're bouncing, you kind of bounce with it, and I'd say you finally find the rhythm. You understand how it goes, and are
Ace is
not having
breaking
a
into
big
a lot of people's cars and hidden in them.
yeah, like you get the rhythm, you get the craziness for the road so much that you wouldn't have to make these checks again, or these challenges.
Nice.
But I think Elias, as you go up and down, it's very hard, and as you try to position yourself in a way it doesn't quite hurt, there's a point here where it hits hard and dip within the road itself. You find it knocking your behind up, and you go over the side of the truck and begin to roll under as it comes over and crushes your leg. Rolls over for 5 might.
Cool. I'm now like. So if I go to 0 on 2 tracks, I'm debilitated, right?
Yeah.
I would slam on the brakes as soon as we
Ow!
hit something.
I hurt more. You're on my leg.
What?
You slammed the brakes on my leg.
What? And so she'll
Keep moving.
Park, and she steps out of the vehicle. Lies? Lies, are you okay?
Move the car.
Now I feel like
Oh.
that witch in that book.
I'll get back in and I'll roll the car a little bit and then get out again. Lies, are you okay?
No.
What happened?
Wow. Your driving is so amazing. It made me fly outside of the vehicle, and then you ran me over.
What? I didn't mean to, Lies.
I'd hope not. I don't think I can move, though.
Are you Lies, are you okay? Like, are you dying?
No. No, but I'm definitely can't move. My legs are broken.
Can somebody help me?
Dear.
Yes, Ace will help you carry Lies into the car.
Okay, just be careful of her leg. We've got to get her a doctor.
I don't know what the doctor's gonna do.
I don't think any doctor's gonna see us.
Can't Peridot just like sew it up like that one time?
It's a broken leg. I can't sew up a broken leg. I mean, I could try to
Well,
magically heal it.
There is that also. I did give Kelly that shard we found.
Shard?
Remember the moon shard?
Right. Moon shard that I absolutely did not use.
That absolutely heals people. I know. It's fine.
But I think I used it.
I know, and you keep using it. It's not just a cipher; it's an artifact. You just have to roll every time you use it.
Oh,
it
well,
comes due.
here, I'll just give it to you then.
Oh. She looks up and holds up and just shine the moon on her legs.
Lies, we can we can wait here a bit and
Since the truck has stopped moving, can Nayland do like a look around like Kelly had suggested and looking for any recent wagon tracks? If I can tell.
I mean, again, from you're pretty sure like they wouldn't have come this way, but you don't see any from that you would think are here.
Oh, I understand. Okay. So we had to go back to our original route.
You would have had to go north.
I see.
And then what you were kind of telling me is that instead you wanted to head south.
Yes. I got you.
Because you weren't going to go through the homesteads, at least was my understanding.
No, that's right. I understand.
So after Liz uses the moon shard, she rolls a 17 on the come due. So I don't think nothing happens. Check after each use.
What were you saying, Josh?
I was asking about the moon shard. It says 1 and 1d20 for after each use for the come due.
Yep.
And I rolled a 17, so I think I'm okay on that.
Correct.
Okay. Does anybody else need some healing while we have this out? We can only use that at nighttime.
I mean, how does it work?
Finding out you right from the moonlight heals you.
Josh, your mic is going from like sounding like you're underwater to fine, like randomly. I don't know if it's for anyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check.
I mean, I could use a little bit of healing, but I'm pretty okay.
Could also use some, but if it's like there's a risk to it, I'm good enough where I I can manage.
But more importantly, are you okay?
I feel better now.
What was that?
I feel better now.
I mean, I don't think we're going to survive another attack.
Is it like a one-use thing? I feel like it's not clear in the description. Like one use in one night, I mean.
No, but you can use as much as you want.
Okay, great. I mean, Naylin will take some.
You just have to roll the dice every time.
Okay. Oh, I'm rolling the d20 every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's 7 automatic healing.
Okay. I did roll a 2.
Okay. It's not a challenge, so it's not
Okay,
a jam intrusion.
Okay, that was very
comes
close.
due in 1 and like a comes due is a very bad, because the artifact doesn't simply just stop, but something horrible, and there's it kind of the price must be paid for all that it's been used for. It's sort of the idea, but you avoid it.
So I guess we'll pass it around. Okay, I'll grab it. $19.
Okay.
What's that mean?
Nothing.
You can use it.
It's you roll it after you use it, so you have to use it, and nothing came due.
So it does nothing.
No, it does what it says on the tin.
It's 7 points of healing automatically. That's what you said, Josh, right? I think it was 7.
Yep, 7.
Okay. I pass it to the next person, and I get back into the behind the wheel here.
I don't want to risk it, so I think I'm good.
Peridot just takes it and holds it up to reflect the light upon her body. It's a 16. We're good.
Nice.
7 points of healing. Ahoy.
I think Kelly kind of gets the car or the truck moving once we're in. She does look at Peridot, who I assume is up here with me.
Yeah.
Peridot, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. You promise to be honest?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've known me now for a couple of days, right?
A few.
Right. Okay.
Technically, I think we've known each other for almost a week because we were traveling from the home and everything.
Yeah, right. And so I just want to ask you, do you think, I mean, what's your opinion of me?
Well, from all the stories that I was told, I was told a lot about how you were a complex and multifaceted leader. And Peridot says it as if she was told this, and it was a lot of words to put into one description of a person. And I didn't really understand what that meant. I kind of do now, though. Although I will say that the you I met when we first met is very different from the you now. But I think that has to do with the fact that you were two people in one body. I think that had a lot to do with it.
Okay, so do you like me better now or better then?
I don't think I known you long enough to really have a judgment on that. But right after we did the ritual and everything on the seed, you were freaking me out a little bit because you were kind of mean, but you've warmed up a bit since then.
Do you think that's why Lies wants to get away from me?
I don't know. From what I've been told about all the things that kind of happened recently in the last few months / years, that time has been weird and Nightfall Narrows. That both of you two went through a lot of different trials, and then Lies ran away because her heart was feeling broken, and then you guys all went to go and get her back, which probably renewed that feeling of, oh, I'm being cherished and wanted. And then after everything that's gone on, you kind of like taken a back step to being able to express that kind of feeling. And maybe she just feels hurt on the fact that she's not getting that feeling anymore from people she cares about.
Can I tell you a secret?
Oh, I'm great at secrets. I'm great at
Okay.
keeping them.
So I was talking to Lies, right? And I couldn't say what was on my mind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes when we have hard things that we need to talk about, it kind of gets stuck up inside of us.
No, it's different than that. It's like, even right now with you, there's stuff I want to say, and I can't. Like I'm getting real close to saying something, and then I have a different thought. For instance, just now, I wanted to say something to you, but instead, I'm kind of being compelled to say that I had a doll just like you when I was little. Isn't that weird?
A little bit. It makes me think of of enchantments that prevent people from saying certain things. I wonder if it's kind of like that.
No, I don't think so. I think it's more like, okay, so I was thinking just the other day about earrings, right? Because I was going to buy some, and before I bought them, I realized I didn't like them. So I thought about buying them for someone else because, you know, that person doesn't take care of themselves the way I do, and so they wouldn't care. I have no idea what I just said, Peridot.
Yeah, that is weird.
Even with Nayland, like I was going to say something to Nayland the other day, and then instead I wanted to. I instead said something about her haircut. I'm glad we had this talk. I feel much better. She just keeps driving.
Peridot in her head is like, I'm going to have to really, really hit the books when we get back to Nightfall Narrows. I'm going to have to do some deep research into this kind of enchantment that's making Kelly weird. What does earrings have to do with not taking care of yourself?
All right. Well, as you continue, even though you go the road, guess Kelly with the lights on there, you can see where it hadn't been on the road before. There's now a long field or area where Kudzu covers the road and rides up upon rock and tree.
It was a modern car. I see it.
Look at those streetlights.
So like the foliage is like over all of these things.
Yeah,
Nice.
so you'd have to drive upon the Kudzu.
How difficult does that look like it would? I'm not used to driving in conditions like this in real life, so I don't have a clue.
Kudzu's a thick vine, so you'd have to worry about it getting caught up in the spokes and the drive
Okay.
shafts and such. Not drive shafts, but the wheel.
Yeah,
And
Kelly will
bolts.
definitely mention that to Peridot.
Man, if only I was practiced in fire magic.
I think Kelly will stop the car here instead of trying to venture into that.
All right.
Why are we stopped?
Look ahead.
Right.
I mean, there's a chance we could get through it, but this isn't our car, and then we'd be stranded if it doesn't work out. So,
Does it seem like we can take a longer path to get around it?
It's hard to say in the night. You could see if you could go up rougher terrain, see if it stops somewhere.
what's our gas situation looking like?
I think you probably have enough to make it at least back to town. Not sure what else you got here.
Okay.
It's fairly good here.
Yeah, I mean, we could try to drive around a little bit if you can all keep your eyes open and see if we spot any way through that. And I'll concentrate on the road.
Let's go.
All right. So I'll start slowly driving, not through it, but kind of around it.
So you're trying to find a place to go around it?
Yeah, trying to. I think in the back they're going to be keeping their eyes open for possible ways through.
All right. Okay, so those in the back, y'all can give me perception challenges.
I'll do the same thing I did before. 1 effort and 1 free effort.
All right.
18.
I don't know if this is a DM intrusion or not before.
Eli's got a natural 20. And she is trained in listening and hearing.
Nice. All right. So the nat 20, is any extra effect you would like?
Not sure. Can it help? Does Aiden hit a GM intrusion?
That is GM intrusion, yes.
Can it help at all with that?
All right, we can try to have it going in there.
Okay.
Very well. So, in that case, as you are driving along, you can see it seems to move. Almost as though you think you'd reach the end of it. The leaves shift and crawl like the roots of tiny legs. Moving it. And then, now you're going extremely off-road. Hidden, trying to avoid big rock or fallen tree or worse, something bad. Or worse, going, now it's brambles. Scratching, digging into the metal, ruining the paint job. And then at once, the kuzu seems to rise up, almost forming the shape of a person 9 feet tall. Green light piercing through from inside the head like eyes. Would you like to do?
With my being able to see the unseen and my understanding of magic, could I tell if this creature is like a more of like a being we could reason with, like talk with and converse with, or is it like like one of the monsters that we've encountered throughout our time here?
Yeah, I would say your innate sense feels like this is of the green. And might even be able to help. depending on your actions. But as the green also is a guardian, and if it senses an affront, it might, well, defend with prejudice.
Okay. Um. Since Peridot has been using a lot of magic, I think, attributed or connected with the green, she would like to try, to kind of like, open up her ability to channel it, to kind of like reach out and like connecting magic to magic, so to speak, to kind of like beseech it that we are sorry that we have trespassed. We are trying to get to the town, kind of this direction. We're kind of like way we're going. Have we driven upon like a protected space? Must we find a new direction, kind of thing?
So you try to communicate in that sense. That's it. Moves it. Leans close as you try to reach out with your senses. And some of the kudzu wraps around your legs and arms. Coming from it. And then some reaches out towards Ace. And through the creaking wood of your body, it seems to communicate, I wish to be of aid to the Wild One. As more of it kind of point toward Ace.
I feel like some of it's like one of the leaves is like brushing my cheek and stuff.
Mhm.
And Peridot kind of turns around and is like, "It's looking for you, Ace."
It's so fucking scary. This like little doll at night turns
Yeah.
around.
Looking for you, Ace.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No. It's good. It's like in the ways that nature can both be good and bad, right? Like how it is ultimately wild, but it wants to be of aid to you.
What is it? Aid can mean a lot of different things, though.
It's weird. It's like I get this. It's like it's putting words into my head. It's so weird. It's calling you the Wild One. I have no idea what that means.
I'm not going to turn down free help, and I feel like if I do, it'll just escalate the situation, so... Yeah, they can come with.
Like, come on, Tex.
I'll look at them and be like, can I understand you guys, or only her?
And as you seem to give your consent here, its vines begin to weave together. Before almost forming a basket. And they make a handle that looks like it would go well over the shoulder. As the basket drops, the creature bows its head and then sinks down. And you can see back up by the road that you've left, a path seems to have been made through the kudzu.
Well, that was nice of them. I still don't feel great about it, but like, at least you can see an upside already. I also never really got an answer on whether or not they can communicate with me. They just kind of turned into a basket.
Thank you. Parados is after it as it's receding.
I guess I'll take that as a no.
Nayland will bang on the roof of the truck. Back it up!
It gave us a pathway, Kelly.
Am I the only one trying to figure out why Ace is called the Wild One?
I don't know.
I'm really hoping it doesn't know.
You have like a reputation or something?
I did.
Ooh, what kind?
The negative one. Have I not made that clear?
I mean, wild has a lot of different, meanings.
Is it a moniker you gained from being a robber?
I've never heard that moniker specifically. It's just, not that uncommon. Like, so I was a weird kid. I had issues to work through.
Okay. Well, do you trust the Mace? Should I take the path?
Do I trust them? No. Should you take the path? Yes. Mainly because we have no other options.
All right. I'll start driving that direction.
All right. So backing up, moving in and about, down. Finally find yourself coming back to the road that goes across some different amounts of farmsteads, the ones that you passed originally. And you're able to take that further east, then go to northeast and finally north. You begin trekking down the very narrow road. On one side, rock and shale that would scratch the car and leave it mighty harmed. And this is just on the other side of the actual road, a steep drop off. About 7-8 feet. Enough to pretty much ruin a car and make it, not returnable anyway. The side of the road is filled with brambles that are sure to prick and tear and pierce, and runs parallel to the railroad. Enough so that occasionally the light reflects off some more mineral that's within the rock to your west. So you can just see a bit of the nice and perfect track. Anything as you travel up the road? All
Did you
right.
go to school, Perida?
Oh, I did. Careless taught us all sorts of stuff. We learned about different sections of magic. We learned about how there is a great big multiverse, and that there's so many
No, I meant like
different gods and goddesses out there.
what about like school? Like, did you go to school for other things, like to learn how to read?
Well, yeah, we learned how to read. We couldn't read the chalkboard without knowing how to read.
Where did you learn?
Well, we learned our ABCs, and then we also learned stuff in Draconic. We learned a little bit of Elvish, but I wasn't very good at it. But I was much better at Sylvan, but that comes from like the face stuff, and I kind of like lied a bit around it. But yeah, whatever.
Careless taught you how to read?
Well, it wasn't just Careless. It was kind of like a group effort. Sometimes, when we all of like the adults got together and had like. Actually, now that I think about it, I think they were kind of just getting together so that they could gossip, and they just gave us stuff to kind of like entertain ourselves.
That's how you learned how to read?
Well, that's how it started.
Just curious.
But I think my favorite book that I had was this book called Alice in Wonderland.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to think back. What was Silver's? Not
You mean
Silver.
Sparkle's book?
Sparkles. Yeah, what was Sparkle's favorite book? I thought that was Alice in
It
Wonderland.
was.
I think it was
It
also
was.
Alice in Wonderland. Now that I think about it,
It was. 'cause
I got
Sparkle made me read it to him.
you, Sparkle the Magic Dragon, Inventory. Was Alice in Wonderland.
Okay. All right. Oh, that reminds me of a friend I used to hang out with a lot. That's pretty cool.
Who?
Sparkle?
You mean Sir Sparkle the Great?
Wow.
You traveled with Sir Sparkle the Magic Dragon?
Yeah, that's the one.
Last I heard, he was off on his honeymoon with his wife.
Yeah. I look forward to catching up with him when we all get back. Anyway, thanks for talking to me.
Thanks for talking with me too. Weird, compelling, uh, possible curses aside, you're a really great conversationalist.
Thank you. I think.
The juxtaposition of like the chipper chit chat coming from the front seat and then the absolute brooding energy of the back seat
Yeah.
is, or like the truck bed, is interesting to Nayland. And I think she's looking around at Ace and Lies and trying to suss out if they are, how they're feeling. Just like, based on energy. She's vibe checking you guys.
I'm trying to think. He probably looks a little overwhelmed, honestly. This has been a lot. You lived a very pretty mundane life compared to what's going on now.
Does overwhelmed on Ace look like fear or look like surprise
It more
or
looks like him like anxiously like tapping his fingers together.
uh-huh.
And just like it looks like he's like looking up and like looking around like in his head, trying to like he's thinking like just constantly thinking.
Is Ace holding the basket that he got?
It's next to him.
And what's Lies doing?
I think the minute you look at Lies, you see her glance go away from you. But she has been holding handcuffs this entire time.
I immediately hide my hands behind my back and scooch away.
Amazing. So, giving eyes and not knowing exactly what is occurring. Continue the ride parallel to the tracks before you come up right alongside them and go just east of the town and are able, I'll say you're coming up on it. You can kind of decide what you'd like to do from here. So we might not want to drive immediately into the center of it.
Right.
But I'll let you. What's up?
Okay, what's the plan? How are we
Is-
gonna get in and out without being noticed?
Is there like a window we can open to the back so we can talk to the people there? Or
Sure.
okay. So I'm gonna open that as I slow down a bit. Okay, ideas.
Put mud
Do
in your
we-
hair to dye it.
It's
You don't look like you.
So I'm guessing we're coming in off Gap Road, right, Matt?
Yeah.
And we have to get to the main street. So, because I'm pretty sure we have to get to the Lucky Yell.
Yep.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
like, yeah, no. You need to get to the hardware store.
the hardware store,
Yeah.
which is right next to it. So, oh no, the general store or the hardware store?
Hardware.
Number
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, so that's right
And
next to it.
Isn't the hardware store also where the letters are sometimes sent? Because I think that's where I sent my
No, that's
letters.
that's the general
No,
store.
that's
the
the
general
store.
store. Okay.
Okay, so you have to go all the way
I-
down and then get all the way down.
Yeah, I was thinking if we go instead of going directly down Main Street and driving past the
Sheriff's office.
sheriff's office, we go behind it kind of thing. It might take a little longer because it's not like the direct L shaped route, but it's
Behind it, which way? Like, are you thinking like behind it or behind 5 and 7? Like, if we were to go all the way down Varner Street and come in kind of at the end of Varner Street and then circle back.
oh, that'd work.
Because then we don't have to go near the sheriff's place and we're kind of coming
Yeah.
in on the opposite side. We just might have to drive a little bit down Varner Street. So there's that's the only chance, really.
Yeah.
And another option that we could talk about is what if we, distracted the sheriff?
Yeah, I
Is
could
it
probably just
still
run
night?
up there, wave, run away.
No, I mean like call in like a disturbance somewhere, and then like the sheriff leaves.
Which one of us is going to go call in the disturbance?
What do you
Well,
mean call in a disturbance? Name one phone you've seen.
I think he means like run out there and be like, fire!
If I run up there, that's going to be the disturbance.
Exactly.
Wait, Lies, you're saying we have to start a fire?
No.
Yeah, it is late enough where you definitely feel like a car going down the streets is very noticeable. Like the engine's loud. So it kind of give you that like there's nothing on the streets. Everyone is in their homes.
yeah, and that's what I was thinking. Like, what if we go borrow a phone, we call the sheriff's office, and we say that we just saw these girls and this guy, and they were up near the train tracks, and they were doing a bunch of crazy witchcraft.
Why don't we just claim we saw us?
That's what I said.
Oh.
Who do you think has a phone, though?
Any business would have a phone, right?
Just the
Unless-
sheriff.
I wonder if Melvin has
Break
a
in.
car phone.
A car phone.
I don't think we're in that area yet, Kelly.
Couldn't we also just park the car and carry the goods?
Through town?
Be quieter than the car.
Do we
That's
have enough
true.
hands?
We have a wheelbarrow.
Oh, you're right. We do have the wheelbarrow.
It definitely carried Nayland.
She squints her eyes at the implication.
I guess it's a possibility. If we want to try to sneak it in through the wheelbarrow.
If we're going on foot, do we want to cross through the square, like take one of the main roads, or do we want to follow the roads on the perimeter?
As close to the back roads as we can get.
Yeah, the more we avoid people, like, at least, not people, but, like, the main roads, the better.
All right. So, all we need to do is choose our point of entry. We carry the stuff as short a distance as we can to the wood carver shop, and once we get there, we drop off the goods, and then we can talk to Bill. And hopefully get out of there before the sheriff realizes.
Sounds like a plan. Should somebody wait by the car, or are we just gonna?
I mean, I can if we're worried about. But I mean, it is Melvin's car, so it's not like it's weird that it would be there.
That's true.
I do wonder, because right now we're at the mouth of Gap Road. I wonder if Kelly, you should drop us off and then try and pick us up at the bottom of Main Street so that if we do have to make a quick getaway, it's faster.
That's fine. I was also thinking, though, I don't know why we didn't think of this earlier, but the other option is we could be doing this in the daytime.
Doesn't that make this harder?
Not if we're able to blend in with the other cars.
Isn't this one of 2 cars?
In the whole town?
Yeah.
Oh. Then yeah, that makes it much more difficult. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I can drop you all off and, I'll go and, I'll check out some tourist spots and then I'll come pick you up.
What do you mean, tourists?
Like probably go check out whatever the hangout places are and see what people do for fun around here.
There isn't. We're going there. We're dropping stuff off there.
Well, then I'll go to the restaurant and just get something to eat.
You'll get thrown in jail. The whole thing is not to be seen. Also, it's midnight. No restaurants open.
Oh, that's
also,
right.
we can't take the truck through town.
Oh, that's right. Well, why are we even talking about dropping you off?
So that we can walk in on foot.
You're going to drop us off at the edge of town. We're going to run in. You're going to meet us at the other edge of town, and we're going to run out to you.
Oh. I see. Yeah, I mean, if you think it's safe, I'll do it.
I did just want to ask, Matt, is there a way for the truck to get from Gap Road down to the eastern part of Main Street without going through town? Like, does it really have to stick to the roads, or can it cross the grass parts?
So there's not so much grass as it is thick brush.
Yeah, okay. So then we probably can't do that.
Yeah.
So I drop you off in the south. I drive around, pick you up in the north. Sounds easy enough.
Yeah, to have done that, probably you mostly would have had to cross way back south and gone past Pleasant Evening to the Walker House and gone up the other way.
No.
Yeah, so we can't do the drop off and pick up. We have to enter and exit from the same spot.
Okay, so I'll drop you off and I'll try to pull the car away until I see you all. Then I'll drive up, get you all. We'll hightail it out of here. I mean, if there's only one other car in town, they're not going to catch us.
Yeah. Well, there's probably more than one. It's more like there's just not. It's not that many. So one of them being the police car. It's definitely the police truck. There might be 2 people who might have it, but people don't drive around town. They walk around town. So okay. The point is, it wouldn't be camouflage and everything. Plus, this truck looks like crap because it's night.
An above table is there's like no way to lock these things. Like, is there, like, to make sure someone can't just like get it?
Yeah,
and-
no, there's no locking mechanism on the doors.
Okay.
That wasn't a thought yet. People are like, who'd steal a car? That's crazy.
Then yeah, if that's how it works, then we might as well just leave it here and go and drop it. Either risk driving the car through and drop it off, or take it on foot. I think are our options at this point.
All right, so let's just walk.
Sounds good to me.
I agree. And since we're on foot, I think we should stick to the eastern perimeter rather than trying to walk through the middle streets.
That makes sense.
Lies, what do you think?
Yep, that works with me.
Okay. So where are we stopping? Like, are you stopping quite like a mile out of town, it sounds like?
Yeah. We don't want to get too close. And I'm guessing a mile would at least mask the sound, hopefully.
All right. Now you did bring like a small like war barrel like wagon with you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna put it all in there. What are you doing to help the clinking bottles?
Well, we do have the blankets from the back of the truck.
Hmm.
Okay.
How many bottles are there?
Oh, I mean, there's large jugs. So I'd say you probably have 50 jugs.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Well, like, weave what we can of the blanket through them, so at least like some of them are bumping against the blanket.
Guys, I just realized something. Oh my God, we're so stupid. We just need to send somebody in to get him. He can come pick him up from outside of town.
If he's there, what if he's not there? Remember?
I mean, if he's not there, we're screwed because we can't get into his place without breaking in.
It's a pretty good point, actually.
Well, I was just thinking because here's the reality. I mean, these things are going to make noise. Either they're going to make noise or the car's going to make noise. But he has a wagon. He knows how to get his stuff in there. We go send somebody to relay the message. Either we leave a note. No, not a note. But we tell him that, hey, we've got your stuff. It's outside of town. We can't get it in because it's really hot.
He knows we're criminals. We can just say because we're criminals.
He's a
I mean,
criminal
he is
too.
too.
This is illegal stuff.
Exactly.
All
And
right,
we've
I
already
guess
got
that's
the
fine. It
goods.
makes sense.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I guess I agree with you. And I think Ace should go. He's the sneakiest.
I agree.
I was gonna second that too. So, up on Ace. We can.
Good luck. Good luck, wild one.
Please don't call me that. Ace will had to begin heading towards it there, though. Heading towards town. I guess more specifically, it's the carpenter shop, right?
Nope. It's a hardware store.
Hardware store and lumber.
Lumber. That's why I thought that.
Okay. All right. So you're taking it up there.
Just Ace by himself. We're leaving the
Oh, yeah,
goods
we're-
with.
So,
by the
so
truck.
he's just going all by himself.
I'm not taking anything with me, though. I'm just going.
Yeah, the
Okay,
plan.
so you're just moving your stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Our plan is to keep the stuff outside of town. For him to go in, let them know they need to come pick it up, so that we don't have to cart the stuff into town.
Okay, give me a speed challenge.
Okay, I do have the stealth skill, and I'll use 2 effort.
Nice.
19.
Woohoo!
Ooh. Very good. So, all right, let me get to here. So, pushing you away, there you unnoticeably make your way up to the hardware store, Ward Hardware and Lumber. It is dark, as most of the town is here. You know, it's past midnight, later. What would you like to do?
Begin looking for windows and look through them to see if I can see a person.
Okay. Go through the windows or look through them as best you can. You can see dark. It's mostly, there's no light from inside at all.
Are any of them unlocked? / can they open?
All right, fill in with one of the windows.
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't seem like they were latched or shut or anything like that.
I'm gonna climb in.
All right, easy enough. You get on into the dark store.
Adrian's whispering, "Hello, I'm inside. I'm not here to steal anything." Never thought I'd say that. We know we said that we weren't going to pick up your barrels, but we happened to get one of them. You don't want to, and he's like slowly just like moving throughout the place trying to find.
Yeah, you're kind of talking. That's you hear a voice come in from the door that leads to the basement. Before the voice, you hear a metallic click. Unmistakable sound of a shotgun being loaded. Who's on up there?
It's me, Ace. Remember, we made a deal to deliver your moonshine for you.
Note said you weren't going to do it.
Yeah. Turns out certain things happened and we were able to do it. And we happened to get some, but we're having a bit of trouble getting it into town. We paid for it too. We're not even we don't need to pay us back. Like,
it's a hard slump against the side of the door that leads down as they've made their way up. And Bailey's standing, pointing the gun at you. That sort of goes up and down a little bit, way to the side before it steadies once more. Her head bobbing, eyes trying to focus.
Hands have been up the whole time.
You had me scared for my life for nothing? I thought for sure that he was going to be waiting for me and take my life. I came here just so he'd kill me and not my family.
No, it doesn't seem like that. That like he violent of a person. Aggressive maybe, but not too violent if not provoked.
Go ahead and give me an intellect challenge for just to calm this man down.
Okay. Do have a good amount of that. I will use 2 effort here.
All
I
right.
don't have any skills to apply to this though. 17.
Kind of see him lower the gun and step forward with way too much weight on his feet, stumbling a bit. Oh. So where is it?
We have it a mile out of town. Hard to get into town without getting arrested.
Right. I don't think I can help much now.
In the morning, do you think we could organize a pickup
We can't do it in the daylight.
tomorrow night?
The sheriff will come for his drink. He'll be right upset if I don't have it.
If I can sneak one jug back into town, can you at least put in a good word for us?
Y'all made your bed with that by yourself. It's going to take y'all talking to him, not me. The whole town thinks you're here to corrupt the youth and impregnate the women.
Oh, I don't care about to the sheriff. I meant to Jack.
To Mr. Fields?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's figure this out. Kind of thinks for a moment. Well, listen, you're going to have to man the horses, but we might as well take the wagon out there and just get that. If they want their whiskey, they better all be quiet. And I'll just put some extra money in the offering plate this Sunday, and no one should say anything.
Oh, okay. Do you guys have like a cloak or something I can borrow? I just rather not feel like I have noticeable hair.
Bar kind of looks around and kind of finds like a workman's, almost coal miner's leathers to put around you.
Works for me.
There you go.
Where do I get the cart?
Oh, squad and back. We got to get the horses hitched. And through that, you are able to get everything and help him enough. And I think here is a good time to go to break, and we'll come back to what's next.
Real quick, funny. Ace helping him probably looks like it's just him eventually getting so sick of Ace trying to help him and doing it himself.
Yeah, he's very drunk, so it might take a while. All right. Come on back. I'll make sure we get Molly and Neil and Robin here. Let's make one more. Put that snail in. Well, this is the rest of this. Now that you found Bill, it goes fairly quickly with Ace going to and fro, and as much as they might hear the noise, as soon as they see that it's Bill, the husbands make sure their wives just think it's a cat or something messing with cans. No need to let them know what may or may not be out there, what Bill was doing. After all, they got their memberships to think about the chess club. As long as the women who keep telling their husband that it's good that no alcohol is allowed in this valley at all. Don't know. Well, it's best for everybody. So after a little bit back and forth, and Bill swearing that he will let Mr. Fields know that you all helped and everything. It's really good, except he does ask at one point here. Y'all might be there. So you all saw the man. You saw him, the moonshiner. What should I do? Is he gonna kill me?
Are we like helping him load everything up and everything?
Yeah, more or less.
I don't think he's going to kill you, but I definitely think he feels like he was disrespected.
Oh no.
And as powerful people want when they feel disrespected, they need to make a show of strength. So I think if you were super respectful from here on out and don't question him, I think everything will be a-okay.
Alright.
I mean, but I still don't really understand. Did he actually shortchange you?
Yeah, I saw there was less than what should have been there, and when I brought it up, he grabbed me by the neck. Thought he was going to kill me. So when I saw that face of his, blood and wood, not even wood, just bark. I mean, I gotta keep going up there and respect that. Is he even human?
Aylin's
Oh,
elf ears twitch a little as they hide behind her hair.
He's definitely probably not human, but when you make a deal,
Wise motions eyes towards Nealon.
sometimes you gotta pay the price.
Sure, but this deal doesn't sound fair. I mean, just because this is Baker's Gap and strange things exist doesn't mean I think it's okay for people with power to manipulate other people. If he's not holding up his end of the bargain, why should you still be going up there and taking his moonshine for more than what it's worth? It's up to you. I don't know.
Kind of listens to you. I don't even know. Mr. Field set him up with me, and I don't even. Guess well, I don't know where else I could get it unless I find another supplier.
That, or my suggestion is if you know anybody that you trust, maybe you get them to start doing the runs and meetings for you if you don't feel like you could meet them. But make sure
Yeah.
just to tell them to show respect always.
I guess that's true. I could have Arnie if. Kind of wanted to keep him out of this, but it's good advice, young lady.
Well, wait, but is it? I mean, is it respectful just to say yes, okay, when somebody lies to your face?
No, but Nayland, what's he gonna do? I mean, he's not really gifted like us. And things around here take advantage of the people like that pretty easy. Remember what they were saying back at the house? How things aren't so black and white here?
Yeah. All right. Never mind then.
Like the world we're from, where you actually have the gods looking out for you. Here, you might have the green on your side if you pay enough.
Y'all know about the green, then? Well, just kind of nods.
Have you ever tried trying to find protection for yourself, at least? From, like, somebody that knows a little about the green?
Who would that be?
The Walker sisters know some. I can help you out.
I don't think I'd be married anymore if I headed up there.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, yeah, everyone knows they closed down, but still, not quite the acceptable thing to go on up. No, I guess I could try to talk to Melvin next time he comes to pick up some wood. See if he'd be interested at all.
I will be honest. Melvin's truck cannot make the journey.
No, back to the Walker house.
Oh, got it.
Wait.
Yeah. 'Cause I was saying he should ask for a protection charm from the Walkers.
I
He
see.
said he can't go up there, but Melvin could probably get him one. I don't know if Melvin drinks, but if he does, you could sweeten it with a little bit of that.
Well, I suppose I could talk to him about a complimentary chess set.
And then that way, if you have to do those runs, you can feel a little more safer. Because my suggestion is you don't go breaking any deals and stop automatically, Nailing. Bad things seem to happen when you try to break deals. You've learned this.
She glares at you.
All right, then. Well, you all sure you guys want me to pay you back for this? Or you said you took care of it. Is this a favor for me to talk to Mr. Fields for you?
Maybe just let him know that's squared, I guess. Right, guys? Or do we want something from him? Nailing, did you want to his help?
Yeah. I guess so, yeah. Could you help us set up a meeting with Jack?
I could. I suppose I could pass the message along. Where do you want? Where should I tell him to find you?
Walker's house.
Yeah. He certainly frequents that. Everyone talks about Mr. Fields and the pleasant evenings. That shouldn't be much of a problem. But, alright. Next I see him might be tomorrow, but might be late. Could be anywhere in the next few days when he makes his way up. It's hard to tell. He's a busy man. And he comes in from paradise there.
He comes in on the train?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Always some type of ticket or something. He gets the best rates, I guess. He always says that. Ask him how he is able to afford it all. He just says he knows a guy. I know a man from the railroad. Don't you worry about it. That's all he says. Oh, that character.
Right. Okay. Yeah, a few days isn't a problem, I don't think. Right, guys?
It'll definitely give us time to get back on foot.
Yeah, I don't see any reason we should be in a rush.
Maybe if you do see the sheriff or he comes in for his drink, you pass along the word that you heard those kids headed south to Mexico.
Or just left town. Would work.
That too.
Why would we go to Mexico?
Oh, there's actually a beach there.
There is?
There's many.
You really didn't pay attention in the Blue Rose classes, did you?
Okay, so when are we going?
He's just gonna sigh and start just. We'll go after all this is over.
All right. So with that, your plan is to make it back to the Walker house, or?
Yeah, we have to return the truck. Or we could take a drive by the door.
By where?
Where the door is. We haven't been there to see actually if anything's even happened since we defeated the hunger or any of it.
Our door in the woods.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a good idea, and I also think maybe... I mean... the truck looks bad. There was an auto repair in the general store. Maybe we could swipe some paint on our way out.
I got it.
Wait, how are you? Do you even know how to use paint on a car?
I
Is
don't
it
know,
different than painting anything else?
So we're just going to steal more stuff.
Well, I'm not 100% sure on how paint works on a vehicle. I know how paint usually works on wood, and sometimes you have to really buffer it out if it's all scratched up and chipped. And Peridot kind of like launches into like a TED talk on repainting things that have been scratched up. which I have a background in because I have proficiency in painter's supplies, so I would
Ooh.
know.
Yeah, I mean, you'd paint a car with a brush, you know. So the paint, he's like, paints just work with a brush like anything else. I mean, it does take days to dry. So I mean, you want to take a week or two.
So we're stealing paint?
Who's to say he'll even notice?
Callie, have you seen the truck?
Yeah, it looks the same to me.
I think we should at least.
I think it's because you can't see in the dark.
Before we steal the paint, is that a good idea to steal paint and then paint that paint on Melvin's truck so then when he drives to town, he has this stolen paint on his truck?
Well, I'm hoping
exactly
we'll
what
match
you
the paint of his truck would look the same.
Okay. True.
Well, how do we get the exact same paint that he used?
Peridot might be able to recognize it.
So you
Them
and
and
Peridot
Rapido there.
head to the place and look.
Well, Peridot can look at the truck right now and tell us what kind of paint it is, right?
I suppose.
What color is it?
Could I determine the color of paint on this vehicle?
I mean, yeah, it's just shade of blue. Yeah.
A shade of blue?
We could, if there's a paint mixer in there, Peridot might be able to recreate it.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to be exact, though, like...
What if? Okay, guys, hear me out here. What if? What if I just take this money? Peridot reaches into her pocket and pulls out a dollar. If I give this money to Bill, as like Bill's standing like off to the side here or something, and ask Kit, because we can't. I don't think we can take the truck back because I don't think it has enough gas. I think we only had enough gas to get into town. Correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really.
Yeah. So we have to leave the truck here. It's here basically. So if we give this money to Bill, Bill purchases some paint for the truck as a we're sorry we kind of like took your truck through some brambles and it scraped off some paint, but here's some paint for you to repaint it when you come to pick it up, because we have to tell what's his name, Melvin, that it ran out of gas by the time we got to Baker's Gap.
And also, we don't even have to tell him about the, scratches or anything. We'll just say we're giving his car a makeover.
So you didn't want to steal the paint, but you want to lie?
Those are two very different things, Nayland.
Ugh.
One of them is against the law.
But gets us free stuff.
It's just an option.
I like Peridot's plan. All in favor?
Alright,
Okay,
Which
just me.
plan? We talked about
I
three
like
different
it.
plans.
Sorry.
What plan are we talking about?
The plan is that I'm going to give my money to Bill. Bill is going to, during the daytime, purchase the paint with my money and leave it with the truck, because we still have to tell Melvin that the truck ran out of gas and it's in Baker's Gap, because we can't bring it back with us by any means.
Okay, that's fine.
But I have a feeling that if we because Bill seems like a reputable person in town. He'll be able to oversee the fact that this truck belongs to Melvin. And also, I feel like people in this town generally are like, oh, that's Melvin's truck. We're not going to steal it. It also doesn't have any gas.
All right, so we're gonna leave it here, and and we'll fix it up. So you want me to get it repainted with your money?
It kind of feels like we could just give the money to Melvin when we tell him he has to come pick up the car. Does that simplify things?
Yeah, I suppose.
Could you just give Melvin like a coupon or something?
I don't know.
No, I'm talking to Bill.
I mean,
A coupon
I
for what?
could. I mean, I could help him out, I guess, with some
Okay.
wood if he needs it. But I mean, I don't know if he needs that. Plus, that's not gonna be the same as getting your car repainted. I mean, he
Yeah.
looks at it like this looks like you drove it off the side of the road. Like here's all this stuff, and by the way, you can have some wood.
Well, no, not wood. I meant like, fixing the car.
I don't fix cars.
No?
No.
Oh.
I run the hardware store. Why would I fix a car?
I thought that was a car thing.
Oh my.
Bill, we're gonna get out of your hair. Okay.
All right. So, all right, if you say so. I mean, thank you all again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for not shooting me.
Anytime.
So we're headed back to the Walker house.
Yes, we are.
Or are we going to stop at the door first?
Well, I think the door was in a whole other town, wasn't it?
No, the door is here. You just have to go through the wood real deep.
I thought it was in, wasn't there like another town and then they found us there and so they brought us all the way
No,
to
it was
this
here because
town?
we came to the general store right afterwards. Remember?
Okay, so that's the same one?
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
then
after
you-
that,
you-
then we headed back to the door.
Then they picked you up for indecency and took you to the home. Is that it?
So this is Baker's Gap.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Because the second time we came out not wearing anything, and yes, Peridot's right. They picked us, the three of us up, instead of going to Baker's Gap.
Oh, no,
we
I remember
went to the
that. I
home.
just
Yeah.
thought for some reason we were somewhere else. All right, we're good.
Yeah, might as well try to sneak over there at least and check on it.
All right, so it goes a little bit more into the town up north of it, but not too. You're definitely getting more towards dawn, so you're gonna not spend too much time. So this wouldn't be so much your door. You're looking for the pit.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't come here by the door. So find your way. You do come to the large hole. You remember climbing up, and as you look down, you can see the bottom of it. Doesn't look like a cave or anything. Nothing that would lead down like before. Just soft earth. not as deep. A little bit of water from recent rain.
Do you remember when we first came here?
Yeah.
And how Zav would like cut all the trees down.
Yep. Looks like we can't get back though.
Not yet.
What happens if we can't ever get back and we're just stuck here now?
In the 20s?
Yeah, for like ever.
Oh no. But maybe there's an opportunity there. We could create like music television.
Yeah, I'd rather get like back to the time when they had centralized heating and cooling. I don't even know if we had that. I'm very bad with when technology was made.
Are you hoping to get back home to the 80s, Ace? Or do you think you'll be sticking around with us?
Huh. You guys said Ace hasn't thought about that yet. I don't really know. Guess it kind of depends on what happens when we get out of here. Got nothing really to look forward to back in the 80s, so if you guys are going somewhere cool, I might as well follow. Just don't make it at least a little bit cooler than this. Too familiar. This one hits a little bit too close to home.
But there's a lot of cool stuff back home too.
Nothing really for me.
You're not thinking about staying on Earth, are you, Kelly?
Oh, well, we haven't really talked about it.
I didn't think we needed to.
Well, so I sent that letter, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the result is.
Okay. Which result would mean you have to leave the Blue Rose?
Well, I'm not saying forever or anything. I just meant like maybe a vacation for me or something, like I could figure out, I don't know how to explain this, but the last 2 days, I just keep thinking about being home. Like I'm supposed to be there. Like all of this is not right.
It's not right. We broke it. We're here to fix it. That's what the Blue Rose does.
I know, but what I'm trying to say, Nayland, is I'm trying to say that I could get a cat. I always wanted a cat.
Kelly.
Oh, now I really, really see it.
A cat?
No. Okay. So Nayland, Kelly and I had a really inspiring and beautiful heart-to-heart talk. And during that heart-to-heart talk, we kind of talked a little bit about how sometimes Kelly has words that she wants to say, but then she's compelled to say something else. And I think this is really what she was talking about. And I was kind of really hung up on the whole I need to buy earrings for somebody because they can't take care of themselves piece. And I don't know why, but now I'm really getting it. I think Kelly was trying to tell you something really, really important about the connection between how she's feeling with in the group and everything, or like her connection with that letter she sent, but she's being compelled to talk about something else, like the cat. And the cat is irrelevant.
Oh. Is that true?
But is it true, Kelly?
Kelly looks like she's trying to like. She looks like she's under immense pain, and I think she says, "I need some new lip gloss. Let's go to the Walkers."
See? She can't even say yes or no.
I haven't been sure I was supposed to tell you this. But Ellie got a vibe about you, Kelly.
You don't have to tell me.
Will it hurt you if I tell you?
I doubt it.
She said that it was like there was something preventing you from growing. She said that you were dead, but I don't think the way we understand that is what she meant.
Yeah, I'm not dead, so that's good.
Nathan looks at Lies for a second, and then tries to take your pulse just to make sure.
Oh, take whose pulse?
Kelly's pulse.
Oh my. Okay.
Is Kelly dead or an undead?
I hope not. I doubt it.
I'm assuming not.
I would say no. You know, this is making me uncomfortable. We should go to the Walker's house.
All right.
We should. And as you guys look down, you're both handcuffed.
Oh no.
Ah!
Son of a
I
gun.
knew it.
Lies, I don't think this is going to help.
Yeah, well,
Fine. Fighting her is
allow
more
both
work than
one
it's
of you.
worth.
I'm not taking it off. I did promise as long as you didn't do it while you were driving, I wouldn't undo it. So,
Oh, come on.
keeping my word on that.
Let's just go.
Yeah, well, don't go so fast.
All right. Try to make your ways on up. Let's see. Go ahead and do either a might or speed challenge as you go along. You've been working all night, walking, going through woods on thing, and now you got to go about 10 miles back to the Walker house.
Oh my gosh. It's a 20.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I haven't rolled one of these in forever.
Kind of find your runner's high. You can put in 3 points to any pool.
Ooh.
There.
Wow.
Good.
Well, I'm going to put them into speed. Because I just feel invigorated. The birds are singing. The sun is shining. Perdo's back to looking like a beautiful little girl again.
Do you grow in size between night and day?
No.
Right. How'd everybody else do?
I was just looking to see if I had anything to add before I rolled.
Naylan rolled a 16. I didn't put any effort in, but I do have an asset to movement tasks, and I also have that endurance feature, which means I can double my endurance for stuff.
Nice.
I got a 13.
2.
Oh no!
This is not careful movement. This is like just regular movement or something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna have to roll it. 7.
Okay. All right, Kelly. So you will lose 3 points from whatever pool you rolled.
Oh no! So I only had 1 point left. So is that just a 0 or is that a -2?
You go. It comes off the next one.
Oh, so I have to take it off of something else?
So you go to 0, and then you go to the remaining 2 off another one. Off the
So
the next one.
So it has to be either speed or might, or
whichever you rolled.
right? But I
And-
mean the other one.
Whichever
So-
skill is to the right.
Oh,
Yeah.
to the right.
Yep.
Okay, so I took it off of speed, so that would be intellect. Is that correct? Is that how we're doing it?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that what you meant, Matt? Because on the sheets it's might, speed, intellect.
Yeah. So the next one would be. Well, it's might speed. Yeah. So if you're going down the speed, it would actually come off of might before it come off intellect.
That's okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
in that case, I am debilitated.
Okay.
I'm not doing well. I just
Dragging
fall.
her by the handcuff.
Yeah. I do.
Amazing. In that case, as all of you are making your way, you hear the sound of a vehicle behind you as you can see the sheriff's car now that it is morning. And it's doing beeps and speeding towards you.
Oh no.
My speed is 0, guys.
I'm gonna try to cast suggestion and yell, "Go away!"
Oh, big magic.
He's just very tired.
Okay, spend the right points for the spell level.
Yes, and I will use an effort,
Okay.
and I have used magic.
So that's 2 off of it. And roll.
Not doing hot that on that though. Okay, 14.
14. Kind of calls, stops. Backs off the road, back onto the road, and goes the other way.
Wowie. Oh man.
I did not want to deal with him.
Kelly's just sitting down.
Well, should probably just keep going.
Maybe we could
How's-
rest.
Can
He's
you?
right there. Oh, sorry.
I cannot move my legs.
At least get off the road so we can't be seen to rest.
I cannot move my legs.
Let's just keep going. I'll carry her.
Does it say you can't walk?
Yeah, it says
Yeah.
you're
Oh, cool.
may not take any actions and cannot move because speed is 0.
There you go. All right, so carrying. And is Elias debilitated too?
No.
Okay. So carrying Kelly, then you finally come to the Walker House. Its porch welcoming, and just finishing the chores that take place before dawn. Coming around as Marcy takes one look at all of you and go, "What fresh hell have you been up to?"
What the hell are we ever up to? It's always.
Gosh, get on in here.
Kelly rests her head on Nalen's shoulder and says, "Thank you, Brad."
Sweet Jesus. It's a word I learned here in Baker's Gap.
Oh, see, it gets you all in and goes about and finds on her storage a piece of pie that she goes, "You eat up, girl," to Kelly.
Do you guys get any refrigerated meats? I left you $5.
Oh, that's right. You wanted them to get that for you.
Yes. And didn't expect, but that being said, I did not tell them to do anything. I just left I think it was like
Right.
$8.
But you left it. Didn't you leave it like last night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah, fair.
You're like, you know that money I gave you when after the stores had closed and the stores haven't opened yet? You should do anything with it.
Why is there money in here?
But if Kelly eats the pie, she'll gain 2 points back in a pool.
Ooh.
All right.
Rich with herbs and other things.
So now I'm impaired.
It's the last one I had of that. I can't have you moping around. Nope.
Thank you.
No, don't thank me. You just have my chores until you leave now. All right. So now. Anything you all need to report? Tell me. Where's Mr. Blevenstruck?
It ran out of gas.
That needs to be painted.
It's safe. It's in town.
Oh. What's this damn fool giving to all of you anyway? It's not mine. I'm going to have to make him extra lemonade. All right.
Jack should be stopping by. A couple days, hopefully.
This kind of looks very serious. Ellie, you need to start preparing for Mr. Fields. Jack? Why would he be... Oh, these weren't fine.
I gave you money. It's
No, you did, son, and we appreciate it. It's fine. Just gotta be watchful with that one. He's tricky. Trickster through and through. That's for sure. And man, does he like people talking about him?
Also, Kelly can't say stuff. She tries and then it hurts. And I know, Ellie, that you're good at, what was it, like unbinding things? Or unstopping things? Can you help her?
Ellie kind of looks and... I don't know. I'm not sure what's wrong with her. She kind of looks at you and a no, like a little nod, like other than what I talked to you about, without saying it. You want to say something, Kelly? Or
Oh, it's okay. I feel fine. I feel fine. Yeah.
That's sort of the thing she says when we think she wants to say something else.
interesting. I don't know. Well, she kind of just looks deeply. She's like, a man cut things loose, but I don't see any bindings on her.
Well, there's this one. I hold up my handcuffed hand.
What in the fresh? Why? Why?
It's a long story. But if you have a key or an axe,
We don't recommend it. It won't end up well for you if you interfere in this.
He's talking direct to the lockers.
Well, if you all got yourself into it, I'm sure you can get yourself out. I'm not even. But you know what? I think it kind of starts putting it. I think looks at Lides. His Lides kind of have that mischievous smile.
Sure. Yeah.
They go, oh, I see. Well, I guess you pay your price for your pranks. Have fun.
well, I'm the only one paying. I mean, Nalen's getting a lot more out of this than I am.
Excuse me? I just carried you like 8 miles.
Exactly. And you're welcome.
She just puts her head on the table.
He's just gonna whisper to Peridot, I think Nalen's gonna have an aneurysm before they're free.
Nalen,
Is it bad that I want to see it?
A little bit. But I do too.
Nalen,
Kelly?
regardless of whatever is happening, I want you to know that you are so annoying.
I think Kelly was really trying to say thank you.
No, Paradox. Nalen gets a headache.
All right. Well, we're about to have a day or two here. We will find out more about that next week as we're in for tonight. And come back then.